Stepan here for Mana Beast channel. I just took second at a local DBZ tournament here, so we're going to do a deck profile video for that. This deck was basically brewed up between two of the local players. Well, one of the local player and yeah, I just really kind of liked how he was playing it, and I just basically was like, hey, I'm going to copy your deck. So, it's orange. It's the mastery where basically, you know, none of my drills disappear, and it adds +1 to my energy attacks. I'm playing Ginyu because he's good. Level 1 is go fetch an ally from your deck, and it's for 4 life cards, so orange makes Ginyu crit automatically, which is awesome. Level 2 is the one where you fetch it from your discard pile, so if you're like getting beaten down and they're like, hey, you know, crit damage, screw your allies, or if they like mill them or whatever, you know, just go get it back. 3 basically says you're winning. If you hit this, like you do +2 plus the 1 for your mastery plus like just any other modifiers, like if you block with Goldo and all that stuff, like it's really good. You just do +2 to all your attacks. It's dumb. And then 4, you never hit 4. You never really want to hit 4, but if you do hit 4, like it just does X damage, where X is the number of allies you have in play when you perform an attack. And your allies cannot be discarded. They can still be destroyed, and they can be banished, but they cannot be discarded. So yeah, let's get into the deck, guys. Run Nappa, because subs are really good, and Nappa says no. Nappa know how.
Nappa know how.
Nappa know how. Raccoon, where it's just an AT stage, and you can pay 2 to go fetch the bottom card of your discard pile. Birder, this just adds +2 to all your attacks, like stages. Got Jace, who's kind of, I'd say he's almost like the MVP of these allies, or like the second MVP. Like it's a close second between him and Goldo, because he hits for huge damage. It's 5 life cards. It's an energy attack, and then Goldo just says like, hey, if I block, you're gonna lose this turn, because it deals +2/+2. Like that is so good. He blocks an attack and deals +2/+2. Why did you print this, Panini? Like I love you for it, but why? It's so good. I run 1 Dragon Ball 2 because screw Namekian. It's super hard. Plus, like sand decks, red decks that just want to like outpace Ginyu, which is really hard to do as is, but they can do it. So you're just like, cool, no, and then you body switch on them, so it's really funny. Run Timeless Warrior's Tool. I mean, like it's a staple. Like if you know it's too good, just says that I'm gonna win this combat, and you're not. I run 3 Stare Down because I like peeking into your hand and taking out cards that can wreck me. It also lets me know like what you have in your deck, essentially, because if I see what's in your discard pile, and what's in your banish zone, and what's in your hand, I pretty much know what else is in your deck. So yeah, that way if I go through and like hit cards later, I know what to look for. Anchor Sword. 3 Body Switch because getting to 3 is super important, and I want to see this card. Because I can sit on 1 and 2 for as long as I want, but if I'm not hitting 3 by mid game, like I'm losing. So I need to hit 3. 1 +2 life cards damage drill for your energy attacks, because you can just go fetch it with searching maneuver and put it into play at the end of combat, and then that next combat you're just gonna start beating face in. Especially if you have Goldo out, like it's really good. I run 2 of the energy stopping drills because it's some extra blocks. I run 2 physical stopping drills. I run 2. The guy that runs this deck only runs 1, I think, but I run 2 because I've been playing a lot of physical heavy decks lately, and I need that extra physical block. Let's get into physical combats. We got 3 Devastating Blows. Basically, it's good against the mirror match. It's good against Namekian. It's good against a lot of other things. It's just physical attack, AT +1. I raise my anger, lower yours, and I go banish 3 cards from your discard pile, which is really good. 2 or searching maneuver. Like I said earlier, you're just going to go fetch one of those drills and put them into play at the end of combat, like your block or your +2. And it does AT stages, so it's kind of good too, especially if you have a birder out there. And if you block with Goldo, like it does +2 as well. 3 orange launcher because Dragon Ball decks are annoying, and I want to get an auto crit effect, and I just steal your ball. So Mr. Steal Your Ball, I like to call that card. 3 orange uppercut goes and searches me like anything in this deck, right? So you play this card on your opponent, and they're like, GG. You play this card, like, I played 2 of these in one turn, and I, like, won that turn, because it was so gross.
And the 2 stages with Ginyu.
It's at stages, and you pay 2 stages. Just 2 stages, not from your MP. I didn't realize that until today. Just pay 2 stages.
But even, like, if you're at Ginyu, like, 3 stages above, or 4 stages, you're like, oh, I pay 2. Yeah,
I'll pay 2, whatever, you know. And then I'll go search, like, anything that pays stages that's energy
Stare
based.
down.
Like, it's, oh my god, it's so good. I love that card so much. Let's get into energy combats. I run 3 Enrage Blast because it's an auto crit with orange. Like, why not? And also I gain 2 anger, and again, going back to the fact that, like, if I'm not hitting stage 3 by mid game, like, I'm losing. So I need to go through that as fast as I can. 3 overpowering attacks because I love my allies, and you might hate them, so I want to fetch them from deck if I'm not able to use Ginyu. I want to fetch them from my discard if I'm not able to use Ginyu. And it's a crit. Like, it deals 6 cards of life damage with the Orange Mastery. How stupid is that? And they come in at 5 above, so I'm like, bet. Fetch Rakumi's at 5. Like, he's bigger than most MPs. Early game, late game, like, it's good. 3 Orange Rage, because, again, it's another crit. Like, it's an instant crit for 2 stages, and I raise my anger too. So, again, going back to all these other cards, it's just repeating what I've said before. It's just crits and stuff. That's why I like Orange, just because it's a lot of damage. These guys are so funny.
God.
Basically, it's 1 stage for 2 life cards, which is 3 with your mastery if you're counting at home. And then you go fetch another one. So say I was like Orange Uppercut, go fetch one, and then I had 2 more left in deck. Like, that's 4 attacks. That's 4 attacks when I draw 3 cards to start combat. So it's pretty good.
That's 9 cards of damage.
It's 9 cards of damage. And that's not including if I have that drill out, and if I block with Goldo, or if I'm at level 3 Ginyu. Like, that's a lot of damage. Like, I've been hit with one of those for 9 damage in 2 stages. Like, it hurts so good. Yeah. This card is probably... No, this card isn't even the MVP of the deck. Like, this card's just really good. It's 2 stages to banish an opponent's ally set up or drill, which is super vital.
Or just drill an ally. Oh, yeah,
set up drill or ally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it also does 4 life cards, and it's an energy, so with your mastery, that's 5, which is crit, right? Like, come on. Why is orange not the best color? Like, I'm so wondering that. Because everyone's like, oh, blue is so good. I'm like, no, orange. This card should never have been printed.
Oh.
Or reprinted. It's 2 stages. For 7 cards, it's 6. But for 7 cards with your mastery, and then you search a drill and put it into play.
If it hits.
If it hits. Like, and you're going to hit because you're going to play this last. So say you orange uppercut, and then you reveal this, and then you play the rest of your hand, and all your allies and stuff too, and they're like, I've got nothing, man. You're like, I know. Get in there with that orange PowerPoint. And then I'm going to move into blocks now. I run 3 orange refocus, which is a physical combat, but it stops a physical attack. I can raise my anger 1, and I can search my discard for a drill. That's awesome. So I block your physical crap, and then I'm like, cool, I'm going to go search for the physical block one that's in my discard, or the +2, because now it's my turn to attack, or the energy blast. Like, it's so good. I'm still on the fence about these, but with all the physical decks floating around, I really like these. It's just an endurance 1, stops physical attack, and I can stop physical attack on my opponent's next action. Which is really good, especially if they're Saiyan and they have those cards that are like, hey, this stays in play, etc., or, you know, whatever. Like, this stops them from hitting you again the next turn, and you might be able to, like...
Yeah, it's a good last. It's like it's one of the last cards you know they have. And
yeah.
They have a physical left.
Run the tech, orange, energy evasion. It's just stop energy attack, rejuvenate a drill to gain 4 stages. I run 1 because, like, it's good if you just get this off against somebody, and you have a drill that you can just rejuve and then search out with searching maneuver. But also if you're like down in stages and you need to pull those allies out, like this helps that. So that's what, 6 physical, 6 physical, and then I think I run 7 energy. Dude, this card's so good. Endurance 3 stops energy attack, raise my anger 1. For the remainder of combat, all my attacks deal +2. Like, can we just seriously talk about how orange is so powerful? So I'm gonna block your attack, right? I already blocked with Goldo, and I've got the +2 drill, and I'm at Ginyu level 3.
No, just be like, I'm gonna Ginyu 4 with all 5 allies out. That's the turn, like, 1 stage for like 15 damage.
It's so good. Orange as a color is just, like, god-awful ridiculous. I can't get over orange. Like, in Ginyu, in Krillin, like, I want to run Orange Raditz when it comes out, because I'm gonna smash you in the face and remove all your cards. I run 3 orange energy absorptions, which is another dick card. It's just blocks energy attack to gain 5 stages and raise my anger 1. So what people aren't getting about this card is I can raise my stages on anything. Like, oh no, Jace is at 1 stage. Cool, now he's at 6 and I can activate him? Bet. Now he's going to 4 and nailing you. Also, it raises your anger 1. Like, in games where you're against blue, like, getting that 6 anger is really vital, and it's hard to just get, like, the 1 anger. So if you can block one of their energies and just gain that 6 anger and go up, and it's really good. Like, I really, really like this deck. It's a lot of fun, and it loses to, like, Sand or, like, super aggressive red decks. It loses to blue on occasion. Like, I was basically 2 cards away from losing to a blue Krillin deck today. It was a really good deck. I'm not saying Ginyu's the best MP, but he's definitely really good. And I highly recommend picking him up if you're not playing him. Just because he has his own thing that's, like, stupid. Like, you could play red Ginyu, I guess, but not really because of the endurance. Like, if red had more endurance,
we're trying to figure out red Ginyu. We're trying to figure that out.
It'd be good. But yeah, that's Orange Ginyu, guys. Woo. So comment, rate, subscribe. Woo.
Dragon,